I'm Akia, and welcome to Book That Commercial. So today is going to be, there's two parts to this video, this story time that I want to tell you. So it's probably going to be, this is probably going to be part one, and then part two I will film because I don't want it to be like extremely long. So today I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about just the drive and the tenacity and the persistence and the perseverance that you have to have in this type of business. And I also want to talk about location. Like, location does mean something. It does affect you. So finding your location. So it's two parts. So I guess let's start off with the drive, the energy that you need to have to really sustain you in the long haul of this type of career. Whether you are just a commercial actor, or you're just television, just film, or TV and film, or you are doing commercials, television, and film. At the end of the day, an acting career is a marathon. If you're a storyteller, you love stories, you love characters, you love worlds, you love being a part of that, and you want to be a part of that and express that out into the world, then you know that this is something that you have to do. It's not something that you choose, it chooses you. And so with that being said, I want to give people the motivation and the inspiration to just keep going. I know some days it can be rough, some weeks, some months, some years can be rough, but the important thing to remember is whenever you get in a rut and you feel like, oh, I'm not feeling this, I hate this career, I haven't had any auditions, I haven't booked anything, I'm just going through a dry spell, I hate my life, whatever it is you're going through, go back to your why, remind yourself of why am I pursuing acting? Why did this career choose me? Why do I love it so much? Why have I stayed in it this long? And so usually when you can get back to your why, you're able to come to a place where you're like, oh, because I don't want to do anything else. This is my happy place. This is where I feel fulfilled. This is my calling. This is a God-given gift that He's given me to be an actor, to be a storyteller. And so really just remembering your why, I feel like is super, super important in helping you have a long, sustainable career, amongst other things. But I think that that's like one really, really important thing. Because we're going to go through dry spells. We're going to go through spells that are just so fully abundant as well. It's like ups and downs. It's a roller coaster. But we have to just realize that, stay in our why, and also to live our life outside of acting. Have a full-fledged life outside of acting with your family, your friends, and do your hobbies and travel and learn new things, try new experiences, travel new places, seek within yourself other areas of interest, and I think that adds to you as a human being, and that's going to help you as an actor when you get out of that dry spell. Okay, so recently for me personally, I had been auditioning like crazy. I mean, I've been auditioning like crazy all year, but recently within this past month, I had a whole bunch of like really close calls, and it just made me think, like, am I supposed to be doing this? And like, what is happening here? So within a span of 3 weeks, I'd gotten 4 callbacks. I was on 3 right to first refusals, and I had 2 avail checks within a span of 2.5 weeks. That's like a really short chunk of time. I was like, oh, okay, what? It's like, and I wound up booking 0 of those jobs. Literally 4 callbacks, 3 right to first refusals, 2 avail checks. I didn't book not one of those. I was like, what is happening here? And then the next week I went on an audition, and that's when I booked the Home Depot commercial, the one that I filmed last week. So coming out of all of those, the following week I did book something, but I was just like, what's happening here? I'm like, I should have gotten at least 2 of those, or at least 1 of those. Like, why didn't I get it? Like, that's crazy. I don't think that's ever happened to me in all of my commercial acting career. Like, when I was in New York, I was super busy. I was constantly auditioning, constantly booking, way more in New York, but I feel like I'm auditioning a little bit more here, or maybe equal to New York, but less bookings are happening for me here in the Southeast. And I don't know what that is, I don't know. And so when that happened, I was like, what is happening here? It was like a really, really big red flag. Like, really, Kim, what's going on? What is the universe trying to say? What is God trying to tell you? Like, you need to check yourself. You need to really look at what this is. And so, the next week I did book something, and I had booked something like 2 weeks prior to that. So it's just like in between bookings, like all this stuff happened. And I had to remind myself that those are wins. Avail checks are wins. Right to first refusals are wins. Callbacks are wins. And it just lets me know that I'm on the right track. To me, those are signs that you're on the right track. You're doing the right thing. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You are winning. You have booked the freaking room a gagoo gillions of times. And that's the most important thing, is to book the room and be memorable, make an impression, okay? Because these producers, filmmakers, directors, copywriters, account executives, they are working on multiple projects. People remember you. People remember your talent. So just do the work, do the best, put your best foot forward, and you just have to let it go, And so for me, I know that a lot of successful actors, that a lot of actors, period, start out in commercials. But a lot of successful actors, period, if you just look at their history or just watch an interview with them, they talk about like how many times they've auditioned. They've been in this for 20 years, 15 years before a door really cracked open for them. So I'm just reminded I look at the successful people, that are my inspiration. I look up to them and I look at their interviews and, read articles about them and hear about their journey. And when I see that, it's a marathon, that's when I'm like, okay, girl, you're okay. It's okay. It's okay to have 4 callbacks, 3 right to first refusals, and 2 avail checks within 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks time, and not book anything. It is okay. That's okay. Everybody's career is different. So with that being said, if you're auditioning but you're not booking, or you feel like, you're going through a really dry spell, you're not even auditioning, it's a really good time to just really go back to your why, and also really go back to your marketing materials. If you're not getting auditions and you want to go back to your marketing materials and look at your marketing materials, like your headshot, your resume, website, social media, all that kind of stuff, take a look at that. If you are auditioning and you're not booking, keep going. Keep going. And if a really, really, really long time goes by and you've just been auditioning for a lot, maybe like in a 2-year span, and you've gotten nothing, then that's when you have a conversation. Or even a year span, you can have a conversation with your reps and say, I've been auditioning fully for a year now and I haven't got any feedback. Feedback to me is like an avail check, callback, right to first refusal. To me, that's feedback, okay? So just wanted to just go over my marketing materials, go over if you've gotten any feedback. Are there any recommendations you have for me? How does my setup look? Do I need to take classes here? What things could I be doing to not only book the room more, but actually start booking jobs, okay? So you got to go back to that as well. So I would say just stay, just ride the wave. Really, really embrace the journey of being an actor. Embrace all the ups and downs, embrace every audition that you get, embrace every experience that you have, embrace every networking opportunity that you have, embrace every person that you meet, embrace, every booking that you get. And really, I feel like once we start, we as a whole, I'm talking to myself, whenever I talk to you guys, I'm also talking to myself. We as a whole, we start to really embrace and fully be present in the moment, in every single experience that we have. I feel like that gratitude just multiplies out into the universe. And we're able to really just be fulfilled and comforted and content, and we don't feel anxious, we don't feel like something's missing or there's something lacking in me. When there's nothing lacking in you, you are enough and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're on the right track. You just have to stay in it. You just have to keep going. Find what works for you, find what feels good for you. Okay, so that's part one. Part one is I just wanted to give you guys some motivation and inspiration to just stay in it, how to stay in it. Find your why, find your why, find your why, get back to your why. And, you know, from your why, you can then figure out, okay, is it my marketing materials? You know, part two, is it marketing materials? Or, you know, can I go to my agents and, you know, ask them for feedback? Okay. So those three things. But yeah, so just keep going, and do not give up. You're literally one booking away from your life changing, but just start to enjoy all of the auditions, all the bookings. Enjoy the process, enjoy the business of it, enjoy every class that you take, every actor friend that you meet, every networking event that you go to, every place that you travel, every hobby that you have. Enjoy your hobbies, enjoy your family, friends. Like, just start embracing all areas of your life more, and just living in that and just loving it. And I feel like that's gonna make the biggest difference. All right. All right, y'all. So I want to wish y'all a wonderful day. Like this video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Head over to the website, bookthatcommercial.com, where I've got freebies, I've got merchandise, and I am a commercial audition coach. So if you need coaching, I am definitely here for you. Otherwise, peace.